How's it going, my Arc Addict family? Thank you for tuning in. I know it's been a little crazy week, but I've been missing y'all and I wanted to provide very good content for y'all. So with that said, I know there's a lot of questions as to how to even start welding. Well, today we're going to do a basic 2G weld on a 4-inch carbon steel pipe, 70S2 wire. I'm going to show you the ins and outs of that, but most importantly, we're going to introduce power. We're checking out this new Rode welding machine because I had a lot of people ask me, what should I buy? What should I not buy? This one is budget friendly, less than $1,000, and it's portable. So for those DIYers who want to do it yourself, you might not want to go to weld school, but you want to try something out. A good little welder. I get asked that question a lot. What should I buy? If you're a welder, you should buy your welder machine. What welder machine? Don't know. Either way, you're gonna learn about it, learn how to run it. It's available in 230 or 120 volts. So if you have a regular connector, you're able to weld with this machine. Now you might not be able to turn it up to its full capacity, but you'll be able to weld. And in further videos, I'll do like little DIYs on what you're able to create with your welding machine. Also, if you stay tuned, there's gonna be a giveaway. There's gonna be a giveaway. SWA is gonna give away something to you. The instructions are pretty clear. You could TIG, you could stick. You gotta ground off your workpiece. You gotta connect the power depending on what size voltage you have. Quick start, guys. With that said, we got that bad boy plugged in. I'll say 150 at the most. You run some 332, maybe some 1/8. But not no 532s with that one. So stock with this welding machine, it didn't come with the big boy adapter that I needed for the heavy hitter TIG rig I'm gonna be using today. And so the connection won't match up. Since I'm doing TIG is always gonna go on the negative side. Come zoom in on the negative. And so this is gonna be connected to my TIG rig, so I'm gonna disconnect this ground and remove this stinger because I will no longer be using the stinger for this process. I'm gonna put the ground in the positive because I'm welding TIG. I'm gonna set the settings for TIG, and to tack, I'm gonna run it right at, let's say 95 amps to start off with. Okay guys, for those who didn't understand what I meant by male connector, my heavy hitter TIG rig connects to a large, so that's what I mean. These come in small, medium, large, and all kinds of different variations depending on the company. However, they're just connectors. If you want to see how this welding machine works, please like, comment, or subscribe to our channel. Let us know if you want to see some stick rod videos. We have some plate coming soon. We'll be able to do some vertical, horizontal, overhead welds. So if you're interested in seeing the step-by-step process on how to do that, stay tuned. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, Arc Addicts, we're just about to get started. We got our welding machine connected. We got power. The last thing we're gonna need is direct argon. Argon is the only thing else we're gonna need to complete our TIG welding process. So we got power. We're gonna run our argon hose to our argon tank and we'll start. Okay guys, now we're just gonna, yeah, we definitely got argon. We're ready to go. Make this a habit. When your new welders are starting to weld, make it a habit to listen to the noise. Because if you don't, you strike an arc, you know what happens. And if you haven't ever welded and don't know what's gonna happen, we'll have a video in the near future as to explaining what happens when you touch it. Now that I have my workpiece tacked together at one tack, I'm gonna remove my 532 spacer. You never wanna put 2 tacks while you have something in there because it's gonna wedge it down and bite into it. If you look and zoom in, what you're wanting is for the weld bead to protrude more than flush, but no more than 1/8. You want it to burn the top wall and the bottom wall. As you can see, all this, when you're welding with a 70S6, that silicone is gonna be on the rods. But ultimately what you want is for it to protrude more than flush, no more than 1/8, burn the bottom wall and the top wall. Okay guys, in this 5G process, we're going to do 2 different methods. The first one is gonna be feeding the wire through the rod and not physically putting a lot of bind on my body. It's relatively simple. It takes a little bit more skill and discipline to move the rod and TIG rig, but with a little discipline and a little practice, I think anybody could actually get this. And then on this flip side, we're gonna do the traditional welding spool type, where you feed the wire in the front. And again, my body, look, for somebody that hasn't welded, and for your body to be contoured in this manner for a little while, it'll put a bind on your body. So with that said, that's why I'm showing the two different techniques. That way, you know there's more than one way to skin a cat. All right, with that said, let's get to welding. I'm gonna put the machine up from 6 to the 9 and 6 to 3, roughly around 115 amps. 115 amps again, 115 amps from 6 to 9 and 6 to 3.
Arc addicts, as you can see, the welding wires coming through that pipe into that hot molten puddle. Underneath, you can't see myself, but here in a brief second, we're going to change the arc shot where you're able to see the front part of that puddle. But as you see, you slowly want to slide that TIG wire into that puddle. From here, you can see the front side of that arc shot where you could kind of see the rod in the background, but I'm definitely pushing it into the puddle and moving side to side, burning the walls down of each side of the coupon. 1, 2, 1, 2, and slowly sliding that TIG wire into it.
Alright guys, from my weld experience, at that heat, I topped out. I'm gonna go ahead and start turning it back down. That way my walls or the heat of the material cause it to seep inside. Sometimes when you're going a little too hot, it will tend to want to sink in there, especially when you're welding coupons. If you're welding long pieces of pipe at work, the heat distributes pretty easily, so you're able to control that heat a little bit more. When it comes to coupons, this area is getting hotter than that large pipe weld, so you definitely have to adjust. And moving forward as a new welder, you want to know that coupons, large pipe, tend to burn differently because you're dealing with two different quantities of metal at one given time. Okay guys, for all you beginning welders and come to a situation where the wire won't fit through the bevel, it's okay. Use your grinder, grind you a small little slot, and you can feed that wire from the back end. Keep it pressed nice and tight against those bevels as you're coming up. You'll slowly feel it melting and slide it down with your hands. Feed that wire consistently until you come to right to the end. Give it one last dab inside. Come all the way up. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Here you're gonna see this puddle melt. Slide that rod right as soon as it melts and keep it slow and steady, slow and steady, slow and steady until you come out here. Okay guys, we finished the root. Now we're gonna do the hot pass. For the hot pass, I'm gonna turn this machine up to 120. I'm gonna say it's welding pretty well. I like how it's welding. With that said, I'm gonna freehand one side and walk the cup on the other to kind of give you an idea of how to do both. With the freehand, you wanna, again, get on one knee, face your body like this, and you're gonna float that TIG rig just centimeters above the weld itself, creating enough heat to melt that rod into that workpiece. Let's go for it. Okay guys, with that said, now I'm gonna go back to the freehand technique. Again, try to pay attention to how far I keep that tungsten away from that workpiece, but still allowing that metal flow in there and create more filler material.
Need advice, I can help you. Big weave, I'm a stepper. Told my field to take a break. Went Swiss cheese on the bevel. Tryna stun hard for the plumb bob. I got eyeball at no level. I can remix it, I can keep whipping. There's a beat in it, no question. If you want the best, and I'll bless you. Drop an eighth or less is your preference. You prima donnas, be careful. Watch what you say, I'm gon' test you. Turn it high to hand, you ain't got it, Dan. Just be honest, man, there's no pressure. Show you how to bam, get you out of jam. You don't give a damn, God bless you. I'm a big dog on the time sheet. I'm a big dog, don't remind me. That schedule 10, that's a dime piece. P91, that's a 9 piece. I wrap it up and let it bake first. Know you love the smell when that tape burn. If you're trying to ball, you gotta play first. It's my time to go and don't take turn. Just got to work, I'm looking for a cooker. The price went higher, slanging wire. Check before you book her. Ain't got no problem with the riggers, I just tell them hook her. They banging shackles off the scalpel. Watch your head and look up.
Pile it up.
Keep cooking.
Not enough.
Keep cooking.
Line 'em up.
Keep cooking.
Pile it up.
Okay guys, as you've seen, I've now done the root, the hot pass, 2 fillers. I'm gonna do 2 more sets of fillers and then I'll be ready to cap.
Not enough.
Keep cooking.
Pile it up.
Keep cooking.
Not enough.
Keep cooking.
Line 'em up.
Keep cooking. Take off. Purge down to a .9. Client said they want a .5. I'ma weld the bitch in the way, cause I'm the man here, you get the .9. Feel a crack until I double back. I'm trying to run it back, I'm on a joint 9. I was bench riding on the floor, silent on the board, finally run a .9.
Alright guys, now as you see, I'm completely flush all the way around the pipe. I'm gonna go ahead and put a 2, maybe a 3B cap, depending if I need it. But I'm gonna try to strive for 2 to minimize work. And like I said, I'm gonna be doing the freehand technique on this side and walking the cup. There are gonna be 2 different profiles, both acceptable.
When freehanding the cap, you're basically hovering that TIG rig centimeters away from the base metal itself, and that's the key, keeping that tungsten off that metal but moving back and forth, consistently to keep a good cap beat throughout your weld.
Have it. I completed this 5G pipe with carbon all the way out. We freehand one side, walk the cup on the other side. It's all about preference, what you prefer to use. If you have the room to walk the cup, that's fine. If you don't, learn how to freehand. This eSide machine, I think we got it up to 160 and it burnt great. It's a good little portable welding machine. Perfect for your DIYers or if you want to learn how to weld pipe. With that said, if there's any other questions or if you want to know any information, please comment, like, or subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for the next one, guys.